show is about? Yeah, what is your show about? Well, I died and... Wait, you died, and what are you doing here? Well, that's what the show's about. I died, and then I had a near-death experience. And there are puppets in the afterlife? Well, you'll have to see the show to find out. But yes, absolutely, there's puppets in the afterlife.
Four Seasons Total Shit Show follows the story of the campaign staffers tasked with making the tweet, "Lawyers Press Conference at the Four Seasons Today," true.
This Remains Between Us is a macabre serial comedy about two estranged sisters who reunite in their childhood home and are forced to confront a dark childhood secret.
This show is full of bantering sisters, absurdist comedy paired with profound and emotionally touching moments.
So I'm an artist, and the show is a story of me kind of emerging into that and coming to grips with all of the anxiety and the resistance that comes up and doing a lot of healing work through that. And I create art while on stage, and there are all these songs that came up during the process, so they all are part of the performance.
What About Dad is about single fathers and their relationships with their children. Oftentimes we hear about the moms, and they do deserve all the accolades they receive, but there are a special group of dads that are doing it by themselves, so he wanted to talk about it.
Hot Thoughts is a one-woman comedy show. This is the quiet part aloud.
I'm the one woman, and Hot Thoughts gives voice to the quirky, intense, and at times perverted thoughts that women have but often aren't able to say.
20th Century Art is an anthology about famous artists and writers from the 20th century meeting each other. So in the first segment, Tolkien and Hemingway meet in the trenches of World War I. In the second, Arthur Conan Doyle tracks down Agatha Christie during the missing days. And in the final segment, the ghost of John Lennon visits David Bowie.
And let's not forget, we also have Margaret Hamilton and James Whale on the set of Wizard of Oz.
Our show? What show? Listen, you guys need to help me. Vince is insane, okay? He's locked me in his basement. He never lets me out.
The hour is upon us. Look what I've got. A slice of pizza from my favorite blood pig.
Is that pineapple on pizza? You see, I told you he's crazy.
Shut up. A young boy washes up in the river. He was pushed off a bridge or fell off or jumped off. And two of his friends are sitting alone in an old radio station holding vigil.
It will not only be a play, it will also be an ecstasy. It will be my first seance. I am going to invoke the spirit of Victoria Whitall. She was the first woman to run for President of the United States in 1872, and she was also the first woman to formally address Congress, and she opened her own Wall Street firm, ran her own progressive newspaper, and she was also a clairvoyant. But I've been having a little bit of trouble, getting in touch with her, but... Oh, okay, I'm getting a message from her now, and she says that if enough people gather, she will come forth and impart her true story about all that she has accomplished and why she was run out of New York City and is essentially written out of the history books.
Asexuality is about my pre-transition life as an asexual man navigating a hypersexual world.
The sickest, sleaziest, craziest band in the world. Mostly crude.
Our show is about addiction, success, and the love of being a performer.
My show is about the appeal of Christianity and about the appeal of BDSM.
My show is about taking a journey that helps eliminate the hold the past has on what you think you are in the present.
The show's about me. It's about Kathleen Burke, longtime resident of the neighborhood of Fishtown, Philadelphia, Northeast Philly. For the LA folks, Fishtown's kind of like Los Feliz meets Skid Row. We got a lot of like breweries opening up, you know, with the IPAs. Like IPAs. Ugh, tastes like bad burps. Anyway, the show's about me and about how I'm trying to maintain my authenticity, even though like everything's changing. The neighborhood's gentrified, the kids are growing up, I'm growing up, you know, and like how do you remain authentic to yourself? And if you come to the show and you see me, then you'll see it's important for me to remain authentic because, you know, I'm freaking great, so.
Paper Cuts is an hour of song and story, written and performed by 12 of the funniest comedians in LA who are available, about how the books we read as children set us up to fail as the adults we are today. Yes, indeed. Yes.